everybody, welcome back to Coop the Grill. Today, well, it's another freaking blizzard. I'm really getting sick of these. It's the middle of freaking April up here in Wisconsin, and they're calling for another 12 to 18 inches of snow. We're not cooking outside, but we're cooking a roast, and this is going to be awesome. I found this recipe, another one of those TikTok things. We tried it out last time. The recipe calls for a 16-ounce can of tomato sauce, and I think that just added too much salt with everything else that gets added to this thing. So in lieu of the tomato sauce, we're going to use cream cheese. See how it turns out. Okay. So for the ingredients on this thing, we've got a 4-pound chuck roast.
Oh, I see it. Look. Ooh. You all right?
Yeah. We're going to season that up with Famous Dave's Steak and Burger Seasoning.
I know you're all shocked.
I know. We're also going to use the Boar's Night Out White Lightning Double Garlic.
You are hooked on that.
I am hooked on it. It's fantastic. It's just a really great seasoning. It's not overpowering. You get all the flavors that you want to have in there. The recipe also called for a jar, juice and all, of sliced pepperoncinis, and we did that last time, and they were good. But my buddy Tim, where did they go?
They're right in front of you.
Ha ha! But my buddy Tim said you need to get Gardeniers. I believe I pronounced that right. But it's a Chicago-style pepper mix, and it's got peppers and carrots and onions and all kinds of stuff in there. And that looks like it's going to be really good. We're going to use this time. Like I've said many times, a recipe is just a guideline. We're also going to use 1 packet of beef stew mix, 1 packet of au jus gravy. We're also going to use a tablespoon and a half of ranch dressing mix, and that is the equivalent of 1 packet. And that's all going to go into the pan. I'll show you how it all works after we get this thing seasoned up. I've said this before too, when you're seasoning things, if your wife isn't at least a little bit upset at the mess that you're making on the counter, you probably didn't use enough seasonings.
You're seasoning the counter.
Yeah, well, when I cook the next thing on here, it's going to taste really good.
Ah, oh, come on.
You don't need to go too terribly crazy on this. You're going to get a lot of flavors with everything else that you're putting in here. So, in the pan, the video that I watched showed using a cast iron skillet. We don't have a large enough cast iron skillet. I will rectify that.
Oh, you can start to smell it even.
All right, get a good sear on one side. Flip it over. We're just trying to sear this. We're going to check out the other side. Oh yeah,
that looks good.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take this out and put it in here. Okay, we're gonna grab a half a stick of butter, throw it on there. I got 1 large yellow onion and 3 cups of carrots. Stir that in there good. The onions look like they're good and sauteed up, so now we're going to add in our jar of Gardeniers.
Mixed vegetables?
Mixed veggies and peppers. There we go.
I always call them Ghirardelli. But I think that's chocolate.
That's Giovanni.
No, that's a guy.
That's Godiva.
Pavarotti.
No, that's paparazzi and their camera crew. It's what? Beef stew mix. 1 packet of beef stew mix. 1 packet of au jus.
Au jus.
Bless you. And we're just going to do a tablespoon and a little bit.
Are you measuring with your heart again?
Science. Coop the Grill measurements. Stir that in a little bit. this is the point in the recipe where you would want to add 16-ounce can or 15-ounce can of tomato sauce and then half a can of water. Like I said before, the whole thing is really salty with all the added seasonings that you're putting in here. So to try and calm the saltiness down, we're doing cream cheese instead of tomato.
Oh, that smells so good.
In lieu of half a can of water, we're going to use 1 cup.
That smells amazing.
Does smells amazing. Stir that in there till everything's melted and incorporate it in.
You're dangerous.
Danger is my middle name. Now that this is all incorporated in here, we're going to let this simmer for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to throw it on top of our roast. A point of note here, when we did this last time, we didn't have as much liquid on the top. I think that's due to having the butter and not mixing in as well with the cream cheese as maybe the tomato sauce did. But this is still going to be awesome. Between this and the juices that are going to come off of the roast, this is all going to incorporate really nice. And over the top. On high. Don't touch it for at least 6 hours. We're going to let this go for 6 hours and check it. This should be all nice and pull apart. We're going to serve this over mashed potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're back, and it's been about 6.5 hours. After 6 hours, we came over and checked it, and our roast was tender. So I turned it down to warm, and this is how tender our roast is. Want to mix this around really good. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this over top of some mashed taters as soon as I get done making them. But this is looking really, really good. We're going to grab a fork quick.
Oh, good.
And do a taste test here. That is absolutely delicious. I think using the different peppers, we had oil on the top that we didn't have last time. And I'm not sure if that's because of the cream cheese or if that's because of the vinegar or the stuff that the peppers were marinated in as opposed to the pepperoncinis that we used on the first one. But I will tell you this, switching from a tomato sauce to the cream cheese really did calm down the saltiness of this, and this is delicious. We're gonna put a cover back over top of that. We're gonna make our taters, and we're gonna have dinner. Thank you guys for joining us today on Coop de Grill to make a Southern style pot roast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, drop a comment if there's anything you'd like to see me cook. Let me know. We'll put it on the list. And the equivalent of a packet of ranch seasoning, we are going to... The cat's trying to get the birds.
Olaf.
Stop it.
Crazy. Ooh, yeah, I like that. I'm going to start calling you Hot Pans.
Oh my God. In the pan. The video... All right. Are we recording?
No, we're recording, though.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're... Okay. We're back. No, it's fall apart. Sorry. It's fall apart, and that's what we're looking for. Get that. We'll get that out of your hair after we go to our next commercial break. Oh,
Hot. Everybody, we know it's hot.
oh, we're hot. It's still very hot.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Do you want me to pause it?
No, I'll edit that out.